Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always prepping. Oh my God, my whole life.
The first Nokia branded smartphone to be unveiled by HMD Global was the Nokia 6. This was the device that kicked off the Finnish brand's comeback in Jan earlier this year. It has been several months now, and the Nokia 6 is finally hitting the Indian market. Apart from some familiar Finnish design cues, Nokia 6 buyers will also be guaranteed to an Android Oreo update as well. Of the three Nokia smartphones currently available in India, the Nokia 6 is by far the best spec'd. However, it does face stiff competition, so is it really worth your money? The Nokia 6 is solid when you hold it in your hands and seems sturdy enough to survive minor drops. Its body is milled from a single piece of 6000 series aluminium, which makes it sturdy. At 7.85mm, this phone isn't the slimmest out there, but it does offer good grip. It's also a bit too wide, which makes one-handed usage somewhat difficult. The chamfered edges also tend to feel uncomfortable after some time. The fingerprint scanner at the front works with a touch and doesn't need to be pressed. It also doubles up as a home button. Compared to other phones in the same price range today, unlocking the Nokia 6 with a fingerprint isn't very quick. The phone has a 5.5-inch Full HD 2.5D IPS LCD screen with Corning Gorilla Glass for protection. It has a decent brightness and colors are crisp as well. We had no issues with viewing angles and sunlight legibility is also decent. You get Android 7.1.1 out of the box, and HMD Global has confirmed that this phone will receive an update to Android Oreo. One of our favorite software features of the Nokia 6 is app shortcuts, which lets you perform actions using any app simply by long pressing its icon. There's not a lot of bloatware on the Nokia 6, but you do get Google Apps, which includes Photos, which is the default gallery app. The Nokia 6 is powered by a Snapdragon 430 processor, which has been seen in a lot of recent budget smartphones. We were satisfied with general app performance and touch response was snappy. The 3GB of RAM should be good enough for most jobs. However, this phone does get warm, which makes it uncomfortable in some situations. In our review, we found that extensive use of the GPS, camera or even gaming does heat up the body, but thankfully the heat dissipates just as quickly when the apps are closed. Another of the most heavily marketed features of the Nokia 6 is its sound quality. There are dual speakers at the bottom and you also get Dolby Atmos sound enhancement. Audio is also loud and clear. Call quality on the Nokia 6 was also just as good. Unfortunately, the bundle headphones are just about average. The placement of the primary camera on the back does remind us of the old Lumia series. The camera module also protrudes out a bit, so you should consider using a case. The 16-megapixel primary sensor is quick to lock focus and can capture good details depending on lighting conditions. However, we felt the natural colors were a bit muted, which a lot of people will not like. There was also some noticeable distortion along the edges of macros and close-up shots. The Nokia 6's camera impressed us with its ability to adjust itself in contrasting lighting conditions with ease. It managed good shots at night, though it required some light around. Autofocus didn't work so well in low light and we were better off tapping to focus manually. Several shots required more than one attempt to get right. The 8-megapixel camera does a good job with selfies if there's enough light around you. Its performance at night is quite poor. The phone has a non-removable 3000 mAh battery, which easily lasted through 15 to 16 hours of heavy use. Unfortunately, there's no fast charging, which means it takes over 2 hours to charge the phone fully, which is longer than what we have seen on phones with larger batteries. After a delay of almost 6 months, the Nokia 6 is finally hitting the Indian market. The phone does well when it comes to most everyday jobs and looks different from all of its competitors. Its build quality will give you confidence in everyday use too. Going with stock Android was a great move by HMD Global, and the confirmed Android O update is good news.